Daylight, my MVVs, welcome. Ooni of Ife is rumored to have broken Ashley's heart so much as he declined Ashley's proposition to stay in her former apartment where the Ayabas used to stay. You do know that Ashley used to be an Ayaba and she had a place where she was staying the entire time, even when Naomi was in the palace. Ashley had a place where she was staying around the quarters where Ayabas were staying. And they say the Ayaba quarter, the Ayaba apartment is a very decent place. The Ooni of Ife took time to prepare the entire palace. So for those years that Ashley was living in the palace, Ashley has always been a palace beauty, okay? And for those years when Ashley was living in the palace, Ashley was comfortable. Like she go to UK, come back, stayed in the palace. And of course, a lot of people knew that she had something to do with the Ooni of Ife, but it was only Naomi who did not know. Naomi had to be married, came to the palace, and after like a year or two, a year before she found out, or before a year she found out that Ashley was actually Ooni's woman and not just ordinary Ayaba. Now, you know, with all the basketballs that has been happening with wives relocating from the palace, wives not relocating and all of that, has been something that has been very worrisome for the wives. And that is why you see all of these movement back and forth, wahala. We've been hearing about ports and not ports and all of that. This story is true, okay? Now, if everything we have been hearing is the truth, then it means that there is a very, very serious problem. Okay, so right now, we are hearing allegedly, reportedly, no be me talk hamly, that Olori Ashley proposed to the Ooni of Ife that rather than staying outside the palace, staying in the Orisha Olori's quarters, that she is ready to go back to her former apartment, the Ayaba apartment, where she was before she was promoted into the wife. And as a wife, she got a very absolutely decent apartment to stay. So we heard allegedly, rumorly, no be me talk hamly, that it's not a small thing, no, that Olori Ashley has been crying that she is not going anywhere, that Kabiyesi wants people to laugh at her. She has done so much for Kabiyesi. She has always been there for Kabiyesi. She has contributed immensely to the growth of Kabiyesi. She has done everything. If anybody in this world would tell her that a day like this will come, that she would never, ever believe. That her heart is broken into so many pieces. What is it that she has done to deserve this? So right now, rather than going into the Orisha Olori's quarters, she is ready to be relegated back to the Ayaba quarters. And they say her heart was torn into several pieces when Ooni turned down that proposition that it's never going to happen, or that anybody who does not want to go by his own dictate should be willing to leave and give them 24 hours to start moving. But then again, it's important to know that these 24 hours may not be applicable to Ashley. First of all, it's important to understand that Ashley is not in Nigeria. Ashley is back in the UK. The last time we heard, allegedly, reportedly, we heard that she was in Dubai. And from what she said she she was coming from Qatar. They had a briefing in Qatar. You know, she is an accountant in the UK. And so their organization in the UK had something to do in Qatar, and they had a briefing. And it was from that briefing that she left to go and see Olori Naomi, to talk to Olori Naomi, that Olori Naomi turned her down. But after she left Dubai, they said she went back to the UK. So right now, from the information that I am getting, Sir Ashley allegedly is not in Nigeria, that she is back in the UK. So whether these 24 hours is going to be, is going to affect Olori Ashley or not, is not something I can say right now. But what we are hearing allegedly is that Ashley's heart has been broken into 1,000 pieces because Ooni of Ife turned her proposition to remain inside the palace in her former Ayaba quarters. Now, the former Ayaba quarters where Ashley was staying, they said there is an Ayaba who moved in there, and that Ayaba is a beautiful woman that has got well, I don't know, but has some kind of very strong relationship with the Ooni of Ife. Now, with that Ayaba who is staying there, move from that apartment for Ashley to come and stay, you do know that these Ayabas are very, very serious. They are also waiting for their turn to eat the royal bread. And so the same way the wives are fighting, it's the same way the Ayabas are fighting. You try to take anyone down, they are ready to do what you will never expect. So now the complication is getting even more difficult. We heard allegedly, reportedly, that there is Orisha Olori quarters right now for the Oloris, but the Oloris are fighting with their families that they are not going there. But Ooni of Ife, perhaps because all the ports have been dug, like people are saying, as it is rumored, Ooni of Ife's eyes are very, very clear right now. He's, calling the shots, making his decisions, and not turning back, because he is saying, from what people are saying, that come May 2024, Olori Naomi is returning back into the palace of the Ooni of Ife. And when Ooni of Ife, we heard, turned down the proposition of Olori Ashley, they said the woman cried her eyes out, that she has been there for Kabiyesi. She has done so much for Kabiyesi. She has always been there to support through thick and thin. She has shown love. She has been there for Kabiyesi. And you know that sometimes when I try to be as objective as possible, I see a lot of people come and jump at me. What is it with you guys? So if somebody is hearing something, they should not say it. From what I am hearing, they say Ashley is the one woman that has really, really been there for Ooni of Ife. And they said that she has contributed immensely to the life of the Ooni of Ife. And they also said that, of course, you and I know that of all of those women, if there's any woman that is always praising Ooni of Ife, they're ready to dance, Abriba dance for the Ooni of Ife, they're ready to do anything, is that Olori Ashley. And so it does seem as if she really loved the Ooni of Ife. And I'm sure that sincerely her heart is really broken over this, because she would have expected that the Ooni of Ife would give some kind of importance to her, and make her own stay in the palace different. But right now, they said the Ooni of Ife is standing up. The father is supporting the Ooni of Ife. They have a lot of support right now because of all these other elders that are no longer attending meetings with them, that were convincing and trying to confuse other people. That Ooni of Ife right now has gathered a lot of support. It does seem as if from the area of the Oloris, their strengths are beginning to fail them. These are not working as it was supposed to have worked again. The expectations are not coming true, and that it is not really looking good for them. And so right now, they said even this proposition, they have already told Ooni of Ife not to agree. He should stand his grounds. Right now, that things are playing out well for him, and that is how it's going to be. And they said, Ooni of Ife said no staying in the palace, because Queen Naomi says that she will never return to that palace until they vacate the palace. I'm going to bring you more update. I appreciate you so much. Thank you.